Welcome back to another episode of Jones Edition. I have a very different episode for you today. Hope you enjoy. I came home from work the other day, took a shower, and came downstairs, and my ceiling was raining from the upstairs into my downstairs living room. What a nightmare to walk home to. This has been an issue in the past, but we did not know how bad it was until now. It could have been a lot worse. The water has been leaking in the ceiling for some time now and has traveled through some of the seams, and I'm surprised it wasn't worse than it is. We have been wanting to do a bathroom remodel upstairs for quite some time now, but we thought this project would be for a next year project, and we wanted to do some other things first, but when life gives you lemonades, you go ahead and make some lemonade. So we are going to move forward with a bathroom remodel, starting with the leaking shower. Now, I didn't know where the leak was coming from, and I needed to investigate. And since we're going to do a bathroom remodel, I decided to rip it all out. I started taking some videos and some pictures of what it looked like before so we can have a good comparison, and decided to track some of the progress. So I'm not a super handy guy when it comes to carpentry or do-it-yourself projects, especially when it comes to the house. Most of my stuff involves fishing, kayak trailer building, but I was super nervous to tackle this project, but I wanted to learn as I went and do the best job as I could. I was excited to try and work on this project myself, and I have really enjoyed the project so far. Now, I'm not going to show you every step along the way. This is mainly to just document what's been going on in my life. I know this is a very different video for Jones Edition, which my page is normally talking about my Jeep and talking about fishing or camping or some storage unit stuff. So this one's very different, but this has consumed my life over the last 2 weeks, and I want you to know what's been going on in my life and why I haven't been putting out a lot of different Jeep content, a lot of storage stuff like that. So hopefully you enjoy these little mini series home improvement videos. I'm excited to show you what's going on with it. I'm proud of what I've done so far. I'm sure there's many things I'm doing in these videos that a lot of people probably wouldn't agree with or think it's the best way to do things, but it's the Jones way. So I'm going to figure it out as I go, and hopefully I don't get jonesed on this project. So I have a one-piece tub insert, shower insert, and I needed to take it out. There's a little flange that goes around the whole edge of the shower, held in by drywall screws to the studs. So I started working on removing all the drywall, removing all the screws, taking a Sawzall, cutting the tub into pieces, and taking it out one piece at a time. Little did I know that this part of the project was one of the most fun parts, and there was very stressful times coming in the near future. I'm not sure if you noticed in the video before, I was showing you the drain and everything. For some reason, my drain and the nozzle turn-on valve was really loose, and it has been for some time. It looks like it was never actually bolted to any type of 2x4 or stud. So that was always concerning, so I'm glad that we're taking care of all this now. and I get to raise my shower head height to a normal height for us tall people in the family. Both me and my wife are pretty similar in height, so the shower head height that we had was not very tall, so this is kind of a good time to raise that up. We thought about doing some type of rainfall shower head, but really didn't think it was super practical for us. We're just going to raise the shower head nozzle up and get a pretty decent overhead shower. The walls of the shower came out really easy. The tub actually gave me some difficulty. It was attached in several places I wasn't expecting it to be attached to. I had an issue with the drain at one point. I ended up having to take out some more drywall around the edges. Found some screws that I missed. Just was a little bit more difficult than I expected, but in the end it all came out. I'm hoping these videos will encourage people not to be afraid to tackle new projects in their home and just go get it. I think a lot of these things people overthink, and I have always been nervous to do stuff on my house for a long period of time. I have a new attitude in my life just to go get it and try things out. Just learn something new. I'm excited about kind of the new me, just ready to tackle new projects, and I really just want to learn on how to work on my own house, take care of my own property. It's really, really rewarding to know that you can handle a lot of these projects yourself. There were some projects coming up here with the plumbing that I could not do myself. I definitely needed help with the plumbing. I had a friend come over. He's a journeyman plumber, certified kind of guy. He really, really helped me a lot. Jimbo, thanks for all your help with the plumbing. I couldn't have done the plumbing without you. I really appreciate it. I'm sure my neighbors love seeing a bathtub sitting in my backyard for about a week. I needed to get my trailer plated, titled in my name before I could haul all this stuff off to the dump since I sold my truck. So I'm sure they loved all the junk in the backyard like I did. So once we got the tub removed, I found the source of the problem. I thought it was going to be a drain issue, but it ended up being a subfloor issue. I believe the tub was cracked in some way, maybe a small hairline crack, seeping through the tub into the subfloor, going straight through the subfloor, making it really, really soft. I actually ended up punching a hole all the way through the subfloor. I'm surprised it was kind of centralized just in that location. Who knows how long it's been leaking there. It ended up seeping through a stud floorboard, kind of making that floor 2x4 kind of moldy looking. So we ended up removing that as well. Just kind of a mess. Ended up cutting all that out. I was surprised to see when I opened it up, not too much damage. There was a little bit of water staining, no mold. at all in the subfloor, anything like that, so I think we're going to be okay there. I ended up adding an extra 2x4 under the subfloor, screwing it to the exterior wall support and from underneath into the subfloor to add something for the new 2x4 to go into, and then replacing the subfloor with OSB board, and eventually covering that whole subfloor with another 1/2 inch OSB to add more support for the mortar base shower pan to come in the near future. Once we opened up the walls, I noticed that there was definitely some moisture behind all the insulation. I ended up leaving the window open by accident in that bathroom and noticed that behind the insulation it was really wet, and it was caused frost to form on the exterior wall. It made me super nervous. There was some white spots on the wall, probably at beginning stages of some type of mildew or mold. I ended up opening it all up, trashing all the insulation that was on there, spraying it with bleach, water solution several times, getting a fan to it, drying it out. Spoke with several people who does building type stuff, and they said since I sprayed it with bleach, let it dry out, let it air out, it should not continue to spread at all. Moving on, all this stuff has got to come out. All these things are going to be changed. This whole vanity is going to be taken out. The flooring is going to be redone. So a lot of work still to do. I'm going to actually tear out this drywall to the next stud because it's not really supported right here at all. And then my backer board, concrete board, is going to come from here on over. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do exactly with the ceiling. So yeah. Moving on, learning all kinds of stuff. So just keep watching. I'll keep you guys informed. Here are a few pictures of the bench I built. You can see the new subfloor, my drain. Just a picture of some of the plumbing that was done with help. I used 3 2x4s stacked for my shower curb. Put mesh on the bottom with tar paper, built up the walls around the shower pan for support for the new mortar base. Pre-slope rubber membrane, and then main mortar base. All sloping down toward the drain at a 1/4 inch slope, or as close as possible. I ended up wrapping my shower curb with the wire mesh and putting concrete around my 2x4s, then backer board onto the shower curb. I siliconed all the screws, put a whole tube of silicone all over that shower curb on the inside. Hopefully just make sure all the screw holes were sealed up with silicone. There's my pre-slope mortar base. My wife really wanted a soap niche, so I gave her one. I ended up buying new insulation, put it all in there. Love the stuff I bought. Seems very secure, very easy to cut and to fit in between the studs. I love that stuff. I'm not even sure what I bought. It said it was made for exterior walls for interior use, mold and mildew resistant, so I thought that would be good for a area around the shower. I believe it was really good stuff. It wasn't crazy expensive, but it wasn't really cheap either. I think it was, for the whole shower, it was around like $55 for the insulation. I almost used the exact amount I need. I ended up shoving a bunch underneath a bench that I built. Here is the rubber membrane I put on. Tried to go as high as I could along the walls. I believe everything is over 12 inches around the sides. At some points it's well over 24 inches. And then I laid my mortar base. So I started putting on all my backer board tonight, and I know all you home improvement warriors out there are criticizing this job. This is my first time putting on backer board, just like this whole project is new for me. So don't be too hard on it. Just try to get the pieces fitting where they're supposed to be fitting. Some of them are kind of harder than others, like this piece right here was kind of difficult for me, but I still have to do the shower curb tomorrow, the top to the bench, a couple pieces here. I definitely don't want these many seams, but it's going to be okay, because I'm going to have all kinds of thin set all over this thing. I'm going to putty the whole thing up, and it's going to be great. And hopefully tomorrow I can finish this up and I'll show you the finished project soon. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Jones Edition. This is just part 1 of the shower remodel. There's going to be many other videos in this series. I'm not sure when I'll be posting the rest of them, but this will be all for now. We'll talk more about the concrete board and the thin set and joints, all that good stuff on a later video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. It's a little different, but a lot of fun for me. I got a lot more work to come. See you on the next one.